Well, the Phillies got the brooms out today. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hats, a video catch here kind of this afternoon's game between the Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. As the Phillies defeat the Braves by a final score of 2-1 as we sweep out the Braves to start off this season. What a great job. We completed a 3-game sweep. We did it way back in 2019. We do it again here 2 years later, and just unbelievable. I mean, it's just crazy. Like I said before, 2 years ago, we swept out the Braves to start the season. 3 games, so we do it again here in 2021. It's unbelievable. Zach Eflin was on the mound in this one. Our bullpen did its job too, and I got before you this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So Andrew Knapp going bridge today for the Phillies' first home run album coming up big. The most fun one, the guy in the team coming up clutch there. What a great job in the bottom of the 8th inning by the Phillies. I think we could have gotten more, but hey, we still won the ball game. The time of that thing was a little scary. That ball Ozzie Albies hit, I thought I had a chance of leaving the ballpark, and man, oh man, that was a pretty scary way to end off the ball game. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, that is a win as the Braves are 0-3 to start the season, and we are 3-0. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, like I said before, way back in 2019, we started the season 3-0, and we ended up with an 81-81 record. I don't want that to dampen this video here. I'm really pumped on this video. A 3-game sweep got up the brooms today to start the season. What a great job. But you have to also keep in mind it is so early, right? We completed our 3rd game here, ladies and gentlemen. You can't get too ahead of yourself, but you can be excited. We went on Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. What a great way to win on Easter. You saw the ballpark, the bunny ears. I mean, that was just awesome. So, what a great job. We pick up the scoring in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The first home run for the Phillies all season, right? It comes from Andrew Knapp, of all people, the BBCIB, the best backup catcher in baseball. As he homers on a fly ball to right field. He got it out there, his first of the season. The Phillies' first home run, as I said before. And the Phillies now lead it 1-0. Ian Anderson's on the mound for the Braves in this one. He was much better than Charlie Morton was yesterday. But he wasn't, I think Zach Eflin had a much better outing than he did. But Andrew Knapp, of all people, it's the first home run of the season for the Phillies. I mean, right? I mean, for the Phillies. Next year, this ball is out of here by Abby Callis. And that was just great. That was just awesome. I was in the car listening to it on the radio. I watched the tail end of it on TV, listened to like the first half on the radio. I watched the second half on TV. I was traveling, as you can tell, I am back at my home studio here in the office. So this is just kind of nice to be back here. But Andrew Knapp doing his job. Then we jump ahead, top of the 7th. Zach Eflin, who was cruising in this one, he had a couple of hits. I mean, compared to how Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler did, I mean, yeah, maybe not as good, but he was still very, very good today. Great job. I mean, he did this 1-2-3, and it is good. It is good. It is very, very decent. Former Phillies prospect Travis d'Arnaud, he homers on a fly ball to left field. He got out of it. He got in front of it first of the season. For Travis d'Arnaud, and I believe that was a curveball, and it seemed like he was waiting on it, and the Braves tied it, so I mean, that was just a little bit frustrating. I didn't really expect, I was hoping that the Phillies would score more runs there, early in the game. They had a lot of opportunities, and it seemed like they kind of squandered them. You saw the Andrew Knapp run, of course, but I kind of felt like, hey, I mean, winning by just 1-0, it's going to be really tough, especially against this Braves team. I understand they're kind of cold to start off the season, but we all know they're going to wake up, and thank God they did not wake up in this series. And even way back in 2019, you saw that was a couple of high-scoring games there. But today, I'll tell you what, man, I mean, on this whole entire series, our pitching has been very, very good. It's been great. I mean, this is just a great way to start the season. Really, really positive. You got to be feeling good. You got to be feeling good. In fact, I think the Phillies went on the stretch. Remember last year in 2020 where I think that was past the halfway point of the season, they finally reached the 500 mark. The first time we reached 500 mark. Well, guess what? We reached the 500 mark on the first game of the season on Thursday. So, I mean, this is starting off much better than 2020. So Travis d'Arnaud goes bridge here and tie it up for the Braves, and I was kind of hey, well, you know what? That's what you expect. If you're up, 3-0, you just allow, so home runs gonna be 3-1. But if you just score 1 run the whole entire ball game, it's gonna be hard to win like that. But then not to worry, as Bryce Harper hits a little dunker out to left field, phones from Ronald Acuna Jr., and man, oh man, you look at, he just stood there and watched it. I don't know what that was all about. And Rhys Hoskins, prior to that, he lines a single to left field. That was really nice to see, but And then we have Album coming up, hits a line drive up the middle, and Rhys Hoskins scores, and the Phillies now take a 2-1 lead. And that was off of Chris Martin, who was removed from the game. I don't know if that was like some injury or something, but nevertheless, the Phillies would go in and score 2-1. As I said before, a little bit of a shaky time in the ninth inning there against the Atlanta Braves. I was kind of scared. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. Are we going to be in this game? Hector Neris comes in. He just is like wild, and he couldn't locate. Watch Freddie Freeman. That pitch was way outside. Then not Ronald Acuna Jr. We struck out Ronald Acuna Jr. to start the inning. Then Marcell Ozuna comes up, and he walks in a 3-1 count. And look, we were able to get Travis Arnaud to fly out to Bryce Harper to end the ball game. Oof, man, oh man, that was really scary. But as sweep as a sweep is to get out the brooms against these guys. That was just awesome. But you saw Andrew McCutcheon on a walk today. He's been a little quiet to start the season. But Rhys Hoskins, that was a nice hard hit ball today that he had. And that was really nice to see. Bryce Harper and that little dunker, goes the other way. That was really nice. And Album, a guy who ended this game hitless. Well, guess what? He gets the go-ahead RBI for the Phillies in this one, as he is your Phillies Handsome Player of the Game. The 1 RBI, 2 for 4, 1 RBI. Great job by Alec Bohm. As Didi Gregorius, he hasn't been as good. He's just been striking out a lot. We all know Didi doesn't strike out a whole lot, right? He doesn't, generate a whole lot of strikeouts, but oh my goodness, he's been striking out a lot this year. We saw, with the runner scoring position, runners up 8, he doesn't really come through so far this year. That's been a little bit disappointing, but not time to push the panic button. He did leave 4 runners on base today. That was pretty disappointing. But Andrew Knott, the 2 knocks today, one of them being a solo home run to right field, as I said, in about the second inning. Great job, Andrew Knott, the BBCIB best backup catcher in baseball. JT Muto did come off the bench today, and unfortunately struck out. Not the best at bat there by JT. Not very good. But the reason why, if you're wondering why Knapp started this game, we all know that Eflin and Knapp have a very, very good chemistry together. It dates all the way back to the time in the minor leagues, and they have a really good chemistry. They work really well together. And I was listening to it. I believe I actually listened to Tom McCarthy, because on the way to where I was going, and because I had the My Teams app, I just put it on my in my car. I just put it on Bluetooth, so I didn't listen to Scott Francie. I just listened to the My Teams app on my phone. I was driving. I didn't look. I was just listening to it, and they were talking about Andrew Knapp and how back in his college days, about how good he was. He was like the best hitter on his team, and how well respected he was. I kind of got a little history of Andrew Knapp. That was kind of a little bit interesting. As Zach Eflin goes 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, then 1 was earned. That was the home run to Travis Arnaud, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Unbelievable. Then what we see in the Phillies starting pitching this series was unbelievable. Aaron Nola, 6 2/3. Zach Wheeler, amazing 7 innings, 10 strikeouts. Then we get to see Zach Eflin go 7 innings, 10 strikeouts too. He wasn't nearly as dominant, but still very, very good. Great job. Great job. I'm going to give it to Alec Bohm, the Phillies has to play the game. But I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Zach Eflin is not far behind. He is not far behind at all. Great job today. He was really locating well. He doesn't have the best stuff. He made that one mistake with a curveball to Travis d'Arnaud in the top of the 7th inning. But other than that, he was very, very solid. Very solid. Jose Alvarado, he needed a nice little cleaning there in the top of the 8th inning. 2 strikeouts. And Hector Neris, like I said before, collects his first save of the season, but man, it was scary. It was so scary. He gets a quick 2 outs. Ronald Acuna Jr., he was really upset about striking out to start off the inning with the first out, and then he walks Freddie Freeman or Marcell Ozuna, and like, oh my goodness gracious, here we go. And then luckily, Travis d'Arnaud did his favor. He finds out the right field, and like I said before, that ball, Ozzy Albies hit, I was so scared that I was going to leave the ballpark, and luckily it didn't. Went right to the wall. Even Tom McCarthy's like, oh man, oh my goodness gracious. We were all thinking that, like, oh my goodness gracious, that was close. But the Phillies win. What a great way to start the season. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's consider this. Now we're entering a series against the New York Mets starting tomorrow. And let's just keep this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. The Mets have not played a game, right? They haven't played a game because of the whole postponement with the Nationals and the cases and everything. Oh my goodness gracious, the drama. It's just it's insane. We're gonna have to go in against Jacob deGrom tomorrow, which is just unfortunate. But people are making it. I got asked a Q&A. It was asked last night, answered this morning. I'm gonna go back and answer those questions. Don't be upset if I didn't answer your question yet, because I'm gonna go back and answer them. But I was asking you, how do you feel about facing deGrom Monday? I said, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, last September 2020, we lit him up. I mean, honestly, I think we lost that game, but we lit him up. We got a game early. If we got him out of the game early, I actually read something that actually the Phillies wouldn't have done that. He probably would have won the NL Cy Young for the third straight year. But we drove up his ERA, and he didn't win. We actually ended up going to Trevor Bauer, who is an overrated pitcher. That's a whole other story. But I mean, we lit him up last time we faced him. Hopefully, we get to see it again tomorrow. I mean, different story. But this Mets team is going to be a little rusty. But don't underestimate them. But we're definitely at the advantage tomorrow, no question. Matt Moore on the mound tomorrow, and this is a little Mets preview. Like I said before, they have not played a game so far. This is going to be a tough series here against the New York Mets. They play us tough. I understand we have good success against this team, but do not take these guys for granted. I do think they are overrated, but that does not mean it. I mean, they led the league in batting average last year. Well, luckily, our pitching has been very good. This is not Aaron Nola. This is not Zach Wheeler, going. This is going to be Matt Moore, Chase Anderson, and Aaron Nola is going game 3. But throughout the series, it's not going to be smooth sailing, right? It's not going to be smooth sailing. It's going to be Matt Moore, Chase Anderson, first 2 games, and Aaron Nola on the third. I will be there Tuesday night, McDonald's opening night. McDonald's opening night is April 5th and April 6th, so it's 2 nights. I'll be there Tuesday night to cheer on the Phillies. I'm going with a buddy there. I'm going to be sitting out in right field, so I'm really looking forward to that. And what a great way to start the season. I mean, this Braves offense is one of the best in baseball. Let's not take this lightly. Sweat out the Braves team. This is a good Braves team. This is a good Braves team. Let's not forget how important this series is, ladies and gentlemen, to start the season. A 3-game sweep. This is not some slouch team. This is the Atlanta Braves. I mean, this is a big deal to start the season. A 3-game sweep. I'm seeing a lot of fire out of this Phillies team. I'm seeing a lot of heart. I love to see it. I'm just waiting for a Bryce home run, right? I mean, we haven't gotten to see a lot of home runs. Like I said before, Andrew Knapp delivering the first home run today, but I'm still waiting on some Bryce home runs, still waiting on a Reese home run, still waiting on a JT home run. Of course, JT only got one at bat today coming out the bench, but Adam Hazley, we got a little update on him. He's feeling better. I mean, my response was, how long until he gets hurt again, right? I mean, oh my, this guy is just so injury prone. It just gives me a headache. It gives me a headache how injury prone this guy is, and he just cannot stay in the field. It's just ridiculous. I've never seen a guy get hurt so much. It's just like, come on. I mean, it's like, oh my goodness. I understand he's obviously not doing it intentionally, but it's just kind of infuriating to see him get hurt so much. We all know he's a good guy who works hard, but we all know how he's very talented. He's very talented, has a lot of potential, but he needs to be more of a healthy player. He needs to be more consistent. Easier said than done, but oh my goodness gracious, it's just so frustrating. So what a great way to end, win on Easter, right? What a great way to end this series. We ended with a sweep to start the season. First series of the year complete. 159 to go to first 3 games. We win 3-0 as we are first place in the NL East. This is still very early. You have to keep things in perspective, but this is a pretty big deal. And the reason why I say keep it in perspective is we all remember, as I keep referring back to the 2019 start, we were 4-0, swept out the Braves, and we want to get to Nats, so Bryce Harper's return. And then we all remember what happened after that. We finished 81-81, so you can't get ahead of yourself, but still, you still can't, you have to be excited about this. I mean, this is no slouch team. This is the Atlanta Braves. So great job. Great job. And it wasn't like we were facing the back end of the rotation. We faced Free, we faced Morton, and we faced Anderson, right? So, this is no slouch, right? This is no slouch. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies House, TikTok, Instagram, card text 267-225-3292. Email with PhilliesHouse@gmail.com. New York Mets tomorrow night, 7:05 the first pitch. Matt Moore going against Jacob deGrom. Then we have Tuesday at 7:05, Strome versus Chase Anderson. And then Wednesday game, and David Peterson going against Aaron Nola. So the 3-game set. I'll be there Tuesday night. As I said, I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phillies. I'll see you again.